So hi, well, the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with...
I'm Sophie Powers.
And we're asking her some questions today about her new EP, Red in Revenge. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
It's been pretty crazy because this is my first body of work that I've put out into the world as a debut EP. So knowing that anyone, anywhere has access to something that feels so vulnerable is both powerful and scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the EP rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
thank you.
of course.
Of course.
I'm glad you like it.
So is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
Yeah, so Red and Revenge, pretty self-explanatory. I was angry at the world at the time when I wrote the songs. A lot of teen angst, a lot of things I realized that I'm glad I realized, but at the same time stuck to realize. Because when I recorded this EP, I moved to LA on my own at the age of 16 just to work on music. So that's why I was really, really just angry at the world, because I adulted a lot, and with adulting comes those realizations, and everything isn't butterflies, and misogyny is real, outside, it was just a very turbulent time for me. So I think the EP really spoke to how I was feeling, especially in terms of COVID. I had just been cooped up for a while, as did everyone else, and a lot of my music featured a lot of that anxiety and depression I was feeling during that time. And I just thought Red and Revenge was a perfect way of encapsulating that angst and revenge I wanted on the world. And I was kind of getting revenge through writing songs. Mm-hmm. And you asked me about the cover as well. Mm-hmm. The cover, there's a walker in the back with all these notes pouring out, and it's kind of an attribute to I was 16 when I wrote these songs, grade 10. It wasn't fun, and grade 9 I literally was dealing with getting notes in my locker that were mean. So it was kind of a joke on that, but at the same time taking it and making it my own. That's not cringy, but yeah.
That makes sense.
I'd like to talk. I'd like to talk a little bit about you moving to LA on your own at the age of 16. That's crazy. I personally wouldn't be able to do it, but did you have family out there? Did you have friends out there? Or did you literally just kind of rough it on your own and just kind of find an apartment and just settle down somewhere?
So I actually had help from my management because they had a house that kind of just had a bunch of musicians living there out in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I went there and my producer was there, so we kind of just made it all from the comfort of our own house.
Mm-hmm.
I was in LA. I had I think I had, wait, let me just count. Nas, Izhar, Keith, Mike. Yeah, I had 4 roomies who were all guys over the age of 20, and being a 16-year-old girl, I'm sure that freaked them out.
Mm-hmm.
But we all became homies.
Nice.
We became homies at the end of the day. So, they were all great and somewhat involved in the industry one way or another. So I learned a lot.
That's cool. Very
cool. Wow.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the CP?
Yeah. As I was saying, this was all written from the comfort of that house. COVID was still pretty prevalent. And I was still a little bit nervous and staying indoors. And I just remember writing every single, I don't think there was a day that I didn't write at least a poem for that 4.5-month period that I was living in LA alone, or with roomies. So yeah, it was really fun. I wrote with my producer, a songwriter named Shelby, and another songwriter named Cam, but normally it wouldn't be more than 3 or 4 of us on a record. Like those are the only 3 people I involved in the whole project. And I'm glad that they were involved because I could be myself.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
So on the topic of like writing process and whatnot, you have a handful of features on here with Kellen Quinn, Dwayne, and No Offense. Can you talk a little bit about how those came about?
Yeah, Kellen, I've just been like a fan. So that was like such a crazy thing. And sent him the song. He liked it. And that worked out super well. Noah, my manager, actually showed me, but I heard his voice and I was like, he would just be perfect for this song. And I also think that I just liked his vibe, because like a lot of my friends had watched his videos before, and like he was just cool. So I was like, all right, down with that. And Dwayne, I had been listening to Dwayne for a bit, and like seeing where he is now and where he was when we did that song, and like I feel like both of us have just grown so much even since that track, that you know, he's such a great guy, so talented. I'm really glad that I had all of these artists on these songs.
Hell yeah. Especially like Dwayne's career is just like, after that album it was like an upward shoot, like insanely fast.
Incredible. Yeah.
He's honestly so talented though, and literally like he deserves it. He deserves whatever he's getting.
Agreed.
Sure. So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this EP and the meaning behind it.
Oh, I like that question. Okay.
Thank you.
I think my favorite lyric, kind of, it's between 2. It's between "You Love It," like just that whole chorus, like I was freestyling half of that chorus.
Oh, wow.
And we ended up keeping the majority, like, with my A's laced up, I'm gonna make them go dumb, heart in my hand, one, look and make it pump. That was pretty much all of freestyle. My A's are like my white, crusty Air Force Ones that I always wear. Like, so I call them A's. I'm like, oh, pass me my A's. I would always say that to my producer. And like my mini skirts crop, and I know that like just that whole flow, the whole chorus, those lyrics, it was a freestyle, and that was like a really big breakthrough moment for me, in terms of like my artistic development, because it was probably one of the first times that I think I actually did a really good freestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of that, and I just love those lyrics. They make me feel so powerful, and I wanted them to be empowering. And Lonely Army, I think also in terms of lyrics, my favorite lyric from that song is, and nobody seems to notice that the kids are all exploding because they're so alone, telling you they're fine. Those few lines to me are just really powerful in terms of my generation, how we're all so connected through our phones, but not in person. And I don't think we realize how detrimental that's been to us. So really that also like stuck out to me as a songwriter and just as a Gen Z girl.
Yeah. And in terms of the phone, it's getting even worse, like post-pandemic, because like people don't want to go out and socialize. Like it's just so much easier to hop on Zoom, but it's like we have to go out and socialize. We're human.
Yeah.
I know, as we're on Zoom.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we're all in different spots, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So where was your headspace at while you were writing this EP?
My headspace was not in a good place, but I think that helped with the writing process, because every day I was just so like, I don't want to say like hungry for it, but like I just wanted to write. It was just like coming out of me. It was the only thing really making me feel happy or feel better. So the songs really came together, I think, because of that. I wrote a lot about toxicity, and I stopped going to in-person high school in grade 10 so that I could pursue music full time. And I would go to my friends' houses after that point, and their parents would look at me like I had two heads because you're throwing away your life to pursue this like Hollywood facade, was like basically what everyone thought. And I mean, I don't blame them to a certain extent, but I was just really thrown off by like my childhood friends' parents showing such a different side to them. And I don't know if that really involves the question you're asking. I'm sorry if I'm rambling here, but to me, that pushed me to prove them wrong. And I think I really, really, really became a better songwriter because of it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I've personally had the exact same experience. I mean, I'm not a singer at all, and I'm not like moving to LA or anything, but I'm choosing not to go to college. So like a lot of my friends, like parents or just people I've met, like, again, like look at me like I have two heads when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to college. I just graduated, not doing that. And they're like, oh my God, why? You're throwing your life away. Do you not have a plan? And I'm like, dude, I'm running like 2 businesses right now. So it's like the exact same thing as you, where it's like, I'm just doing a different path. I'm not going to college, but I'm becoming a musician. I'm moving to LA. And I'm pretty sure they've never even like been to LA. So boo on them. You're already doing so much more than them. So like, you're killing it, man. Don't doubt yourself. I mean, you're obviously not, but like that stuff can like get to you sometimes.
No, for sure. If people say they don't doubt themselves, they're lying to you, unless they're like Kanye West or something.
Yeah.
But honestly, good for you. Like, I relate to you so much because I'm literally still doing online school, but just because that's like against the norm.
Yeah,
exactly. It's more normalized now after COVID, but like it's against the norm. People just like, it's like they can't comprehend it. I don't know. I'm not different.
Well, people like I think people don't understand that it's like, if you want something like, you know, going to LA and all that shit, like you have to like give sacrifices to like actually make it. Like if you're doing a million other things and also trying to make it doing music or whatever, you're not gonna fucking make it because you don't have time for everything.
Exactly.
So it's like you have to drop everything else.
You have to make it a priority.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm a very all in or nothing person, like my whole life. And so when I told my parents like, this is what I want to do, they were just so supportive. They were like, all right, Sophie, like show us what you got.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
That makes me very happy.
I'm glad you have a good support system behind you for this.
I'm very thankful, and I hope that you guys both have a very good support system behind you both, because you seem like really great. Like, I don't want to call you interviewers, but just like you seem like decent human beings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're all kind of vibing with each other right now. We're getting along pretty good.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's good vibes.
So how do I?
I'm liking your question.
Oh, thank you. We got more good ones coming.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, dark with headphones off? Should they play it in a party? What do you personally recommend?
Ooh, honestly, I feel like just playing it wherever you feel most free and comfortable at the same time. Like your bedroom, I feel like blasting it on a speaker, and just being able to like dance on your bed, like, and life goes on in the music video. I'm literally just in my bedroom and I'm just throwing my pillows around and like saying life goes on, like just yelling this song. And like that to me was just one of the most fun videos because I felt just so like at ease. But if you don't have that luxury, then walk in a park with your headphones on. Go wherever you feel you're going to be able to digest the songs, but also just not have to try too hard to digest them, because you shouldn't ever have to try and like connect with music. Like, you should just be able to connect. If you don't connect with my songs, then don't listen to them, you know, like much appreciated, but that's just how I feel.
I get it though.
For sure. Yeah,
totally. So this question should be super quick.
My manager's gonna kill me for that one.
So
we're good.
This question should be super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Okay. Hmm. 3 words. I literally just want to say electronic, hyperpunk, and creative.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you gotta be open to the fact that I like to combine different genres and really experiment with electronic sounds and synths, but also like rapping over like heavy metal guitars all in one album or EP. So hopefully the listener can understand that.
It was definitely confusing on the first couple of listens. So confusing that when this EP got pitched to us, I had to send it to Glory and I was like, what are your thoughts on this? Because I'm so fucking confused. I don't know like if we should interview this person or not. Because I'm just like, I don't know how to feel in the slightest. And usually like I don't like go to Glory and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking confused. I don't know what to feel right now. Like that was very like out of the ordinary. Mm-hmm. So.
But a lot of artists would be like, oh shit, like or a lot of just not artists, like people just would be like, oh, like that should be a bad thing. But to me, I'm like, I want you to be confused and then listen again and be like, what is this? Because that's the whole point. You want to make songs that people haven't heard before. Otherwise, why are you making music?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Got a point.
So I'm happy you said that.
So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this EP to invoke in your listeners?
I don't think it's a certain feeling or emotion. I think it's a certain atmosphere. I think I want them to be able to listen to this EP and have it help them get through things, whether they're angry or sad or happy. They can go back because that's a comfort place, and they can have that. They can have my songs to lean on, because I want to help kids get through stuff with my music in the same way that music helped me get through everything. And that's literally the reason why I want to make songs. So that's what I'd say.
That's good. All right. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this EP?
There's so many. I actually, believe it or not, probably one of my favorite memories was after we had just finished like recording, we were gonna have pasta for dinner. Do you guys say pasta or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Oh my god, you both just like answered different things at the same time.
No, you said
yeah, it sounded similar.
Pasta.
Yeah, pasta. Okay, pasta. That's how I say it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, we were gonna have that after recording for dinner. So I grabbed my plate, it has like marinara sauce, and this is like kind of like a tall, skinny house in Hollywood. So I'm walking down the stairs and I guess I bumped like into something. I don't know. I rolled down like the entire stairs.
Oh my god.
The lights. I rolled down the entire thing. There was marinara all over the walls, all over the carpet. All you heard was bang, 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 bang. I rolled down the entire like 4 like stair flights. And the photos of me with the marinara all over my face, all over my hands, spaghetti everywhere. And we spent like 2 or 3 hours cleaning that up after. But like we were just laughing. So I was laughing so hard at myself that I think it was like one of the funniest moments that I had at that house.
Holy shit.
I'm happy nobody confused the marinara sauce for blood, because I would have freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all, it's so funny because my roommates literally came to check up on me because like obviously they hear like, and they're like, what the heck? And they go and they turn the light on and the first thing they see is like me like at the bottom of the stairs, like what just happened? And there's spaghetti everywhere and they just start taking pictures. They don't even help me. They didn't even ask, are you okay? They just take out their phones. It's so funny.
Like, this is gonna be great for the gram.
That's literally what they said.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I'm glad you're like okay though, and like didn't have any serious injuries, because when I was younger, I rolled down the stairs and cut my head open. So it was
God, what?
I didn't tell you that, but
this
now
is
you
new
know.
Shane lore.
So I'm glad that you're okay, because I had an ER incident after rolling down the stairs. You just had spaghetti sauce to clean up.
Well, actually, I hit my head like so hard that I'm pretty sure I got a concussion because for weeks it was pounding, or I just got a really big bruise. But like, because I don't want to self-diagnose, I was too lazy to go see a doctor. But I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Well, it was when I was 4 years old. I'm all right now.
Okay.
I'm glad. I hope your head is better now.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
But my memories are not from that day.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad everybody's heads are feeling better. I don't have any head trauma to share, but oh my God. All right. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop, you're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna go for the Rice Krispie squares and possibly some cheese strings.
Ooh.
I love cheese strings. And I really like the Glacier Frost Gatorade as well.
Ooh, yeah,
so
yeah.
Probably like my top picks.
All right.
That's the white one, right?
No, that's actually like the blue one. Like
the blue one.
The Gatorade, like the Glacier Frost. It's like the light blue one. So good.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've had that one then. I need to find that.
You should try it.
Yeah.
It's like really refreshing, I will say.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Okay. That was such a turn. Okay. Honestly, my family has this homemade popcorn recipe, and I think I've had it almost every single night for my whole life. Like literally, like my dad is Eastern European, and he makes it with the best like Parmesan. He cuts it up and then like in chunks, and then there's like layered with butter and then salt, and then you mix in like you do it over the pot, not in a popcorn maker, over the pot with like a bunch of canola oil. It is just the best family recipe. I love it so much. So honestly, probably like a big bowl of that with I love strawberry banana smoothies. So probably with a strawberry banana smoothie. And I love blueberries. So probably some blueberries on the side. And that would be nice. I mean, I don't know if I could call that a meal, but I would eat that whole big bowl.
Okay. All right.
Sure. Yeah, we'll take it. If you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh. See, I watch so much anime that there are like so many different places going through my mind right now. Wait, let me pull out my anime list because I want to make sure I get this right. Probably Black Clover. It's an anime I really like, and I just like it makes me laugh, but it's also like just a really cool, like they've done it kind of medieval themed. It's very beautiful.
Ooh,
nice.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had the honor of asking the last question, and every single person that we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Okay. Oh, this changes every day for me. Right now it's pink, like hot pink. You can literally tell I'm wearing hot pink. I got a pink chair. But tomorrow it could be turquoise.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Oh, I mean, I think that my team would like it if I plugged some of my socials. So could I do that real quick?
Go for it.
All right. Well, my TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, I'm pretty sure, all Sophie Powers. SOPHIEP, and then like 0 instead of an O, 0 WERS, because I couldn't get the regular Sophie Powers.
Damn.
Just full name. And yeah, you can check my YouTube out, Sophie Powers, for all my music videos that I like to direct and other fun stuff. And that's me.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank
you so much for having me on today, guys. By the way, just want to say.
Of course. Well, thank you for now. That's been Sophie Powers, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.